being very nice to Karthik because he's very, very rich at the moment. Somebody's invested a lot of money for him to take theatre to the corporate sphere.
Yes, yes.
So tell us, what are you exactly going to do?
Our hypothesis is that the corporate space and the educational space lacks an emotional sixth sense. You know, they're very good at doing the operations and the logistics and delivering the business and the product to the consumer. But there is a lack of pizzazz and personality in the brand delivery process. Like for instance, sitting in a coffee shop like this, your greatest business builder is your barista, is your cafe manager. The interaction between the customer and the cafe manager will define whether he's going to come back to this cafe right now and consume. So I think that's where theater, drama, understanding the emotional touch points in a corporate business building process is very, very vital. And I think somewhere we have straddled the corporate and theater space at all points of time. We have never the greatest theater group in the country. We are at all points of time looked upon by the corporates as a young entrepreneurship. So I think being able to marry these two is something that we would really like to do. And we are actually working with a couple of retail clients right now to freshen up and introduce a little drama into their selling process.
So if you, so would it be like a course or something that they would do?
Yeah, we would put them through personality training. We'll put them through customer role play situations. We'll put them through a lot of exciting 360-degree ways in which you can see the customer and become the customer, and therefore you can help serve them better. So I think that kind of a process where you put yourself into somebody else's character is something that we do at theatre every day.
Well, I envy the person who will be conducting the course. It will be great fun, I think.
It will be great fun. So you should come and conduct it with us at some point.
Yeah, this is supposed to be off the record. You can tell me this after the interview. He's offering me a job. Anyway, tell us about your film, Kole Koleya Mundrika. It's up for release soon.
Oh, it's a Crazy Mohan comedy. And need say no more about it because it's a Crazy Mohan comedy. So it's crazy. It's directed by Madhumita. This is her second film. Her first film was Vallamai Tarayo. And it's a fabulous ensemble of just really the best comic talent in Tamil cinema. And it's meant to be a summer release, which is, please leave your brains behind, bring your family together, shamelessly just enjoy watching a nonsense trip of a robber and his partner. And in search of a diamond. That's it. That's all the film's about.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So do you get to do anything like travel with the wife, or do you...
I think that's something that we treasure a lot. We at least do 2 trips a year that we save up for the rest of the year to do. That's the personal time that Suchi and I make for ourselves. So our last trip that we did was to Egypt about a couple of months back, and yeah, we hope to be doing Italy sometime this year and New York.
I remember you used to read so much in our younger days. Do you read anymore, or are you too busy being a businessman?
I think my reading, and more importantly, I think I read a lot of cinema and watch a lot of cinema right now. I think that's that's something that I can never let go of. It's the fuel that fuels my mind. So my reading is largely restricted to theatre-based and business-based stuff right now. So cinema watching, I think that's something I've discovered a lot in the last 7 years. So.
And which do you think is the best theatre company in India?
Best theatre company in India is
or which production? Let's look at it like that.
I enjoyed watching. I think Royston Abel from Delhi has performed in Chennai also quite often. Is a fabulous director at the forefront of India theatre to represent us in Europe and America. He did a play called Othello in black and white. And in fact, that play was kind of the forerunner which led to a film like a Makbool and stuff like that, which is to reinterpret Shakespeare and see the darker sides of it.
It was like meta theatre, no? They're rehearsing and then they go up and
in
do
fact,
the play.
Hamlet the Clown Prince, which is Rajat Kapoor and Atul Kumar's plays, somewhere owes its roots to Othello in black and white. So that would be my favorite Indian production that I've ever seen.
And do you think the quality of young people is getting better? Like the people who come to work with you, do they give it their 100%?
Absolutely. I think the kind of youngsters that we work with are far more, I mean, see a lot more opportunity around them, are are coming a lot more wide-eyed with, equipped with saying, hey, the world is my oyster. No longer is my city my oyster or my country my oyster. I think they come with a world-ranging view. I think that's very challenging to work with youngsters like that.
And of all the plays that you've done, Evam, which is your favorite?
Leading question, because I think you know the answer. Really, I mean, it's a play that Anu is also a very, very important part of. It's a play called Odd Couple. It's a Neil Simon comedy. It's a fun, joy of life comedy, but just the act of putting that play together and making audiences feel so good about themselves, it's a very rewarding experience. So The Odd Couple would be my favorite Abam production per se.
I remember what a blast we had in Bangalore and Rangashankara doing it. Houseful all the time.
Totally.
So on that note, we should say cuckoo.
Cuckoo indeed.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. The
Thank
cuckoo
you,
is from the play
Yes.
Odd
She
Couple.
plays the cuckoo pigeon sister. So.
Yeah, so we're always saying cuckoo, so that's the reference. Anyway, thanks so much. It's lovely
Thank you, Anu.
catching up with you.
Thanks for the coffee too.